Before this video starts, I want to give a huge shout out to L Games for inspiring me to create this Red Eyes NEOS deck list. Without him, I wouldn't have created the deck list that I'm showing you guys in today's video. So please be sure to go check us out, his channel, or check out his channel. His channel will be linked in the description down below, and his Discord will also be in there too. So be sure to go sub to him and join his Discord. Enjoy the video. Welcome to the deck list portion of today's video. Thank you so much for watching through the duel replays. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you saw some really cool combos that hopefully inspire you to create your own Red Eyes decks using the new support from the recent Duel Links structure deck that came out today. And I forgot what it's called, but it's the Red Eyes structure deck. I guess I can go take a look at what it's called right now. So Return of the Red Eyes structure deck came out on May 12th, so it's super recent. And this is my deck list that I have built in order to play the new Red Eyes support. And so far, for me personally, especially for the structure deck to only be out for a few hours now, this is probably going to be one of the better deck lists that you're going to see as a whole from all the Red Eyes deck builds that you're going to be seeing throughout the the week and everything like that. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think this new Red Eyes support as a whole is going to make the deck top tier. But then again, I'm not the best player around, and I've definitely made a ton of misplays trying to get some replays for today's video. So take what I say with a little bit of a grain of salt, but I'm just telling you my personal experience on using the new Red Eyes support comboed with Elemental Hero NEOS. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, big shout out to L Games for inspiring me to make this deck list. He posted in his Discord, and he pinged everybody in his Discord basically his first deck build on the Red Eyes, his first deck build on Red Eyes NEOS, and his deck build was running 3 copies of the Return of Red Eyes, 3 copies of Red Eyes Spirit. He was not running Red Eyes Insight, he was not running Archfiend Lightning, and instead of Red Eyes of Wyvern, he was running Red Eyes Retro Dragon instead. And I still think his deck list is pretty good, and he's probably going to make his own video on his own, Red Eyes deck list. But I just wanted to give him a shout out because he was the reason why I built this version of Red Eyes, and just 2, I think his video will probably be really cool. So be sure to go check him out. Link in the description down below. Anyways, though, so a couple things I did not like about his deck list, trying out his Red Eyes deck list in my live stream, was a couple things. So first of all, I do like Insight a lot because you get to search for either Red Eyes Fusion or his Return of the Red Eyes. And what's really nice too is that in most cases, not every duel, but in most cases, if you have Insight, you will hopefully have either Red Eyes Fusion or Return of the Red Eyes. And Return of the Red Eyes is so freaking good in my opinion. Now, the downside to running Return of the Red Eyes compared to a Red Eyes Spirit is, what's nice about Red Eyes Spirit is that you don't need a Red Eyes monster on the field in order to activate Red Eyes Spirit. But if you have one Red Eyes monster on the field and you're able to activate Return of the Red Eyes, you are going to just go to town. Because basically this is like a permanent Red Eyes Spirit that can keep special summoning monsters every single turn in between your turn and your opponent's turn, and all you need is a Red Eyes monster. So you get 2 Red Eyes monsters on the field, hopefully your opponent only has 1 monster, they kill one of your Red Eyes monsters, you just special summon it back on your turn, boom, bada bang, there you go. So that's why I'm solely relying on Return of the Red Eyes, but at the same time, Red Eyes Spirit has definitely been pretty useful. Now, thinking about it though, I think running 1 copy of Red Eyes Spirit and 1 copy of Return of Red Eyes might actually be a pretty good option now thinking about it, because sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's better to go into Red Eyes Spirit only because, well, you don't need a Red Eyes monster on the field. But so I've been rocking 2 Return of the Red Eyes currently with this deck build, and it's been working fine for me. But still, the handicap that you only can use the effect if you have a Red Eyes monster on the field is pretty annoying. Another thing too is that I found that I think Red Eyes Retro Dragon is pretty cool, but for this deck build specifically, I don't really like it too much, because what we have, the reason why we have these level 4 or lower Red Eyes monsters in our deck is that we're using that as a fusion target for NEOS Fusion. Because as most of you guys know already, Elemental Hero NEOS needs another level 4 or lower effect monster in order to special summon it itself with NEOS Fusion. So you need some sort of a monster, and I'd rather use Red Eyes Wyvern because its effect states that during your end phase, if you did not normal summon or set a monster this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and special summon a Red Eyes monster from your graveyard. That, in my opinion, is a lot better and a lot better than Red Eyes Retro Dragon. But Retro Dragon still has its perks. If you draw into it in your hand, you can once one of your Red Eyes monsters gets destroyed, you can discard Red Eyes Retro Dragon and bring back your Red Eyes monster from the graveyard. So Red Eyes Retro Dragon does have its perks, but I mean honestly, the only reason why we're running these Red Eyes cards is specifically because we have NEOS Fusion, and most cases I've never really had a good opportunity to use Red Eyes Retro Dragon because I'm always keeping it in my hand as it is because I want to use it for NEOS Fusion for another turn. So I think Red Eyes Wyvern is the better choice when it comes to that. Another Tekken option that I love so much is Red Eyes Archfiend Lightning, and you legit only need 1 copy of this card. Running 2 or 3 is not needed at all, because literally all this card is for Red Eyes Insight. Use Red Eyes Insight, pitch your Red Eyes Archfiend Lightning, and search for either your Fusion or the Return of the Red Eyes, and that's all you need. You special summon it back with Return of the Red Eyes, and then since you special summoned it, you still have another turn to normal summon, and for the most part, this entire deck is all special summoning, so you have a free range to use your normal summon on Red Eyes Archfiend Lightning, and you can use its effect of once per per turn, you can destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls with defense lower than this attack. And what's so good about his effect is that it doesn't say original attack. So if you combo Beatdown, you get this guy to over 3k attack points. You're wiping your entire opponent's field because all of their defense points is lower than Red Eye's Archfiend of Lightning. If you saw in the replays, especially against Odeon had 3 trap monsters in defense position at all 2500 attack, boosted Red Eye's Archfiend of Lightning up with Beatdown and destroyed every single one of them. It is so good, and I'm so happy I'm getting some good use out of Red Eye's Archfiend of Lightning. It's a great one tech in of this deck. You just discard it with Insight, search for Return of the Red Eyes, and just summon him and go to town. So I love this card so much, and he is very nice, that's for sure. Other than that, though, this is pretty standard. If you guys know NEOS Fusion, you just use NEOS Fusion, patch your NEOS Red Eyes card. Go into Brave Neos. If you have your Red Eyes Fusion, you can go into Slash and Dragon, pitch one of your Red Eyes, and then go with your Elemental Hero Neos, boom, bada, bang. As you can see from the dual replays in today's episode, I was able to get Slash Dragon to over 4,000 attack because we're comboing with Beatdown, and since most of my fields have like a ton of monsters with Beatdown on the field, it's amazing, and I've honestly been enjoying this deck a lot, but from my personal experience, I've had a hard time with getting replays and wins with this deck. Like 6 Samurais absolutely destroy this deck. I went against a lot of NEOS mirror matches, and once they stormed the field with NEOS, I have a pretty hard time coming back from that. But other than that, against like road decks and stuff, sometimes I get a pretty good matchup, and it's a ton of fun to get a ton of monsters on the field. So yeah, I'm kind of mixed with the new Red Eye support. I think it's good, and it's good for Red Eyes. I just don't think it'll be a meta deck. But some of you guys out there can give me some suggestions on maybe how I can improve my deck, different deck lists that I can use, and maybe, I don't know, Duel Links meta might release a deck list later, showcasing maybe a better version and tips and tricks on how to win most of your duels with a deck like this. But for me personally, I've had some struggles getting some replays for today's video, but I still had a lot of fun just, you know, making this video and getting a bunch of replays for today's video. So I think it's going to be it for me. If you guys watched to the end of today's video and you haven't already, be sure to go hit that like button on the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. And yeah, it's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.